We'll start out seated, shoulders relaxed, hands on the knees. Close the eyes, take a deep breath in and exhale. And then we'll come to lying down on our backs, feet flat on the floor, arms by our side, palms on the ground. So we have the heels in close enough we can brush them with our fingertips, palms on the ground. And then when we're ready, we inhale, reach the arms overhead, and exhale, lower arms down by our sides. Inhale, reach the arms overhead, backs of the hands touch the floor, and exhale, slowly bring the hands down. Inhale, reach the arms overhead, and exhale, lower down. Inhale, arms overhead, and exhale, lower. Inhale, arms overhead. And then when they come down, we're going to straighten our left leg onto the ground, pointing the toes. Inhale, lift the leg skyward, really engaging the quadriceps. And exhale, lower it down. Inhale, lift up, and exhale, lower. Inhale, up. Exhale, lower. Inhale, come up, and lower down. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. Then we flex our toes, lift the legs skyward, and exhale, bring it down. Inhale, up, and exhale, lower. Inhale, come up, and exhale, down. Inhale, lift up, and exhale, lower. Inhale, up, exhale, down. And then we'll bring the foot next to the other one as we straighten the right leg out onto the floor with the toes pointed. Inhale, lift the leg skyward, and exhale, lower it down. Inhale, come up, and exhale, lower. Inhale, up, and exhale, down. Inhale, lift up, and exhale, lower. Inhale, up, exhale, down. Then we flex our toes, lift the legs skyward, and exhale, bring it down. Inhale, up, and exhale, lower. Inhale, up, and exhale, down. Inhale, up, and exhale, lower. Inhale, lift up, and then exhale, slowly bring the foot down to the floor. Place the foot on the floor next to the other one. Check your heels that they're in close enough that you can grab your finger, touch your heels. Grab your block, grab your strap. So we'll interlace our fingers behind the head, flatten the spine on the floor. Inhale, lift shoulder blades off the ground, and then exhale, slowly bring them down. Inhale, lift up, and exhale, lower. Inhale, up, and exhale, down. Inhale, lift up, and exhale, lower. And then we come up, keeping shoulder blades off the ground, flattening the spine, pulling the abdomen towards the ground, elbows pointing out to the side. Let's take a deep breath in here, getting your core nice and strong, and exhale. Take another inhale, and exhale. Inhale, and then on the exhale, we slowly lower the shoulder blades down to the ground, grabbing our block, placing it between the knees, squeezing the knees together, interlacing fingers behind the head, elbows out to the side, flatten the spine onto the ground. Inhale, shoulder blades and feet come off the floor, and then exhale, slowly bring them down. Inhale, lift up, and then exhale, down. Inhale, up, exhale, lower. Inhale, lift up, and exhale, down. Inhale, up, keeping the shoulder blades and the feet off the floor, crunching those abs, taking a deep breath in, maybe lifting the knees and the shoulders a little bit up, and then lower it down to the floor, putting the block aside as we grab our strap. I have an old tie that I use. We will loop the strap around the left foot, reach the heel up to the sky. We'll just pause here, just observe where our hamstrings are today. And if we're good, we'll just point the toes and flex, point and flex, point and flex. start making little circles with the leg. See if we can loosen up our hamstring. One direction, then the other. Ever increasing the circle sizes, releasing the hamstring, moving around in a nice slow movement. As we hold on to the strap with the left hand, place the right hand in a T on the right side. As we move the leg around even bigger circles, observing how this feels with our hamstrings and our hips, moving one direction, then the other. And then when we're ready, we're just going to drape the body over to the right. Your hamstrings will tell you where to stop. Just breathe into it, see if we can allow them to relax a little bit. And then we can point the toes over there and flex. Point and flex. Point and flex. Bring the leg back to center as we move the leg out to the other side. And again, hamstrings will dictate where it goes. Breathing into it, releasing that hamstring. And we'll just point and flex the toes a few times. See how that feels. As we bring the leg back to center, circling it around again. One direction, then the other. And then we grab the strap with both hands again. Inhale, pull the knee into the chest, into half happy baby, and then exhale, straighten. Inhale, bend, exhale, straighten. Inhale, bend, exhale, straighten. And then just bend, holding the knee into the chest, taking a deep breath in, and then releasing the leg, placing the foot on the floor as we loop the strap around our right foot, reaching the leg up to the sky, just pausing for a second, just observing where our hamstring is on this leg. If we're good, we'll point our toes and flex, point and flex, point and flex. Start moving the leg around in circles in one direction and then in the other, nice and slow. And then we grab onto the strap with the right hand, left arm out in a T, circle the leg around a few times, one direction, the other. One leg might feel a little different from the other. And then we drape the leg over to the left, feeling that hamstring. It will tell us where to pause. Then when we get there, we'll flex our toes and point, flex and point, flex and point. And then bring the leg back to center and let it drop out the other side. And again, feeling that hamstring. And we will point the toes and flex, point and flex, point and flex. And then bring the leg back in, maybe rotate or circle it around in one direction, then the other. As we grab the strap with both hands again, inhale, pull the knee into the chest, half happy baby, and exhale, straighten. Inhale, bend, exhale, straighten. Inhale, bend, exhale, straighten, and then bend, just pulling the knee into the chest, and then we can release the foot, placing the feet flat on the floor again, checking our heels that we can brush them with our fingertips, placing arms and shoulder blades firmly on the ground, digging the heels into the mat, lifting the toes, getting ready for our bridge. So we'll inhale, lift the hips off the ground, really crunch, or feeling those seat muscles, and then exhale, slowly bring it down. Inhale, lift up, and exhale, lower. Inhale, come up, and lower down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. And then the next time we come up, just keep the hips off the ground. Maybe reach the knees nice and long. See your seat muscle nice and strong, not forgetting about your arms, shoulder blades and hands pressing into the floor, fanning out through the toes, languishing in the bridge. Let's take a deep breath in and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale. And then on the exhale, just let the hips slowly descend to the ground with a long exhale. So at the same rate we're exhaling, we're letting the hips flow to the floor. And then when they get there, we'll place the feet together, balls of the feet and the heels pressing into each other, knees out to the side, And again, nice strong arms, strong shoulder blades, palms pressing into the ground. Inhale, let's lift the hips off the ground. And then exhale, slowly bring it down. Inhale, lift up. And exhale, lower. Inhale, up into cobbler bridge pose and lower down. And then up, just keeping the hips off the ground. Pressing the arms and shoulder blades into the floor, firing up your glutes, taking a deep breath in. And then on the exhale, lower the hips down to the ground, bend the knees, hold on to the shins. So we're pulling the knees over to the side. This is a lying down squat, feeling those hips open a little bit. And then we just release that and start rocking side to side, giving our lower back massage. Maybe hugging the knees in a little closer. Maybe hugging the knees even closer, just observing how that feels on the spine. And then we'll just pause, holding onto the knees, circle the knees around one direction, then the other. And then we'll roll up, legs crossed, hands on the knees, relax the shoulders as we get ready for the next